friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie Crane. I am a Christian content creator and I make content about life, faith, and my travels, which is what today's video is about. My husband Harrison and I live in Minnesota, and one of our favorite places to visit nearby is Duluth, Minnesota. Duluth is a unique city that is a hub of sorts for the North Shore of Lake Superior. We took a trip up recently to get some things sorted for an upcoming conference with our youth ministry, and we decided to stay the night and make a little date night out of it. Since we stayed in a getaway house in January, we've been looking at different unique rentals to try out in the areas that we typically visit throughout the year. When we decided to stay the night in Duluth, we did a little research and booked a room at the Duluth Mansion Boutique Hotel. This mansion was built in 1908 by Joseph B. Cotton and is over 16,000 square feet. We have never stayed in a place like this before, so we wanted to take you with us for our 24-hour trip to Duluth. I looked around online and decided to make reservations a few days before our trip at an Italian restaurant called Va Bene, which had a lovely view of the lake from their enclosed patio. Everything we had was delicious, from the bread to the entrees, and of course the gelato. We had a great evening together, just spending time with one another, and headed back to the hotel to stay the night. So let's talk about this place and how beautiful it is. Something I love about historic homes is that every small detail seems to matter. The design of the trim, the lighting, the furniture even is so intricate, and honestly, it is astounding. Compared to modern design, things are mainly about simplicity and efficiency, which usually means that they aren't as detailed. That is good in its own way, but the attention to detail that these architects and home designers had is inspiring to say the least. I am someone who often opts for efficiency over putting in the most effort to make every detail perfect, so staying here is very motivating and challenging for me to think about that aspect of my personality. To take care of the historic floors in the house, the owners request that you don't wear your shoes inside, which actually made this feel a lot more homey. There were a few other people staying in the house with us, but we didn't really run into one another very often. It was a very quiet and peaceful stay while we were there. We decided to spend the morning exploring the main rooms on the first floor, admiring the art, the care and intention of each piece that made the room full and historic and beautiful. It made me feel like I was living in a period drama like Downton Abbey or Pride and Prejudice, which is one of my favorite genres to watch. The night before, we actually watched an episode of The Great British Baking Show, which just seemed fitting. Although it is not a full bed and breakfast, they did have some little breakfast treats and fruit, as well as a coffee station in the dining room where you could serve yourself. I think this room was my favorite one, with the bookshelves covering the walls, the art pieces that they had in there, and the way that the light came in on the darker theme just really stood out to me. Not only were all the rooms delicately styled, but the ceilings each had their own distinctive design. It really was so beautiful to be in a place that was made with intention everywhere you turned. And the outside of the home is just as beautiful as the inside. Multiple times during our stay, we saw deer wandering the property, which made it feel even more magical. Checkout was at 10 a.m., so we grabbed our stuff and headed out to a local breakfast joint to grab some food.
Isn't that funny?
Before heading back home, we took a quick 15-minute drive up the North Shore to my favorite place in Duluth, New Scenic Cafe. This is a place we always make a point to stop in when we're in the area to grab the most delicious pastries. I have actually never eaten at the restaurant itself, but the pastries they offer are the best I've had since our trip to London a few years back. It's right off the scenic highway, so it has a perfect view of the lake and abundant outdoor seating for those warmer months. It ended up being nicer the day that we went, so we decided to sit outside. We had a wonderful time getting away for a day and have loved getting to try new places to stay that are relatively affordable. You can find the link to book a room at the Cotton Mansion in the description, but I would highly encourage you to do some digging the next time you need to stay overnight somewhere and book something fun and unique rather than a normal hotel. Thank you for coming on my travels with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, friends.